How do you use Zugzwang with opposition in chess? Imagine a game where your opponent is stuck, unable to move without losing something important. That's what using Zugzwang with opposition is all about. It's a clever way to force your opponent into making a bad move. First, you need to understand opposition. Opposition happens when two kings face each other on the same row, column, or diagonal with only one square between them. The king that does not have to move is said to have the opposition. This gives that player a positional advantage because it limits the other king's options. When you have the opposition, you control key squares and can restrict your opponent's king from advancing. Now, Zugzwang is a situation where a player must move, but every move they make makes their position worse. In chess, you cannot skip a turn, so being forced to move can be a disadvantage. To combine these ideas, you start by gaining the opposition. Position your king directly opposite your opponent's king with one square in between. This puts pressure on their king and controls critical squares they want to occupy. Next, you wait for your opponent to be forced into making a move. Because they are in opposition, they have limited options. When it's their turn, any move they make will either allow you to advance your pawns, capture material, or get closer to promoting a pawn. Once they move out of opposition, you can step in with your king or pawns to take advantage. For example, in a king and pawn endgame, if you have the opposition, your opponent's king is stuck waiting. When they move, you can infiltrate or support your pawn's promotion. This is where Zugzwang comes into play. Their forced move worsens their position, giving you the chance to push forward or win material. In the endgame, fewer pieces mean fewer safe moves, making Zugzwang more common. Mastering opposition helps you create these Zugzwang positions. You control the critical squares, forcing your opponent into a move that benefits you. So, in simple terms, you use opposition to set up a position where your opponent must move. When they do, they are in Zugzwang, and you can take advantage of their forced move to improve your position or win material. This technique is a key part of endgame strategy, helping you turn small advantages into winning opportunities.